Boa noite e bem-vindos a todos. Aqui em São Paulo, em Brasil. Estamos no Autódromo Internacional do Interlagos, José Carlos Pachi. E sim, é a corrida para a divisão 3 no MRC. Temos 19 pilotos esta noite. E então, temos qualificações, vamos ver isto juntos. E chamo-me António, sou um piloto da primeira divisão, desculpa, e tenho outro piloto da primeira divisão comigo, pilota para Red Bull, como é visível na televisão agora, e chama-se Baby Hornet. How are you, mate?
Oh, that's me. Hello.
Yes,
I'm
that's
very
you.
well. How
Sorry.
are you?
Absolutely fine, mate.
I
Yeah, sorry.
just did a load of sounds and then baby earned it. I was like, oh, no, that's me.
Baby Hornet with a Portuguese accent. What the hell?
Oh my gosh. Was not prepared for that.
I heard it with a
very
Welsh
good
accent and now
introduction.
Portuguese. Sorry?
Oh, very excited for tonight.
Yeah. We've got a big championship partnering up now. We've got a few drivers getting very close. The lead changed last race round. I think Flaherty's in the lead now. I can't remember.
Yes, he is in the lead.
I think he's in the lead, yeah.
A walloping 15 points, but Avinash is back to try and take the fight.
Indeed. And he's had a storming start to the season, Avinash. He'll be hoping that he'll have a final 4 races which can claw that lead back to Flaherty. Right, so
I was going to say, you say start to the season, but the season's nearly over.
Well, he missed 2 or 3 races, so it was the first half of the season. That's what I meant.
Yes.
Right, I'm sorry, I forgot to put the telemetry and everything around for you guys. So yes, Triz is in the middle sector right now. This is where the biggest chunk of time you'll find is on this track. You have to be very close to the inside here in this corner, Pinheirinho.
Disappointing for Roundy's first race back. He spun it in the pit lane and DNF'd.
It's so easy though on this pit straight, on this pit lane. What's happened?
It really is.
What?
That's so disappointing for him.
Oh, so I thought something else happened. Sorry. Right, so Triz purple in the middle sector. He's the first one to set it, so that's normal. As he stays close to the inside, he sets a 1 minute 9.2. Okay.
That's a pretty good first lap.
Yeah. As a banker, he'll be happy with that. He's one of the quickest drivers in this division as well, so.
He is, yeah. Jackster with the 9.6.
Yeah, Jackster's found some form recently. He's been taking the podiums. He's not been taking any race wins, but definitely taking the big points consistently and getting himself into conversation. I can't remember how far away he is from Flaherty, but he mustn't be that far away.
Let me have a quick look and see. Jackster's in P3.
Okay.
About 34 points off the leader.
Oh, okay. I thought he was a bit closer than that. All right, 34 points. Well, there are 4 races left, about 104 points then up for grabs. He's still within a shot of it, but a lot of it will depend on this race. What can Scottish Ninja do in this final sector? He's kept it
also
clean.
Worth pointing out, he messaged me beforehand, and he's racing his first racing cockpit view tonight.
Oh. Well, he's braver than us.
So he's mixing it up.
Oh, no, you race a cockpit, don't you?
No, I used to race cockpit, and it got harder as the games went on, and I decided I was done with it.
Right.
I'm back to normal people view, I'm afraid.
Back to Mr. Bean view, right?
Yes.
I mean, I love cockpit view as well, but my issue is that I feel that I'm not safe enough if I'm in cockpit view, so I may as well just go full Mr. Bean and make sure I've got the peripheral vision and stay safe for everybody.
It's great for catching apexes. I always found I took apexes better in cockpit, but it is not great for awareness.
Right, I think Quimo is on a lap. Avinash has started his.
Yeah, I'm following Avinash.
Okay, I'll stay with Quimmer for a moment and have a look at how he's doing in the middle sector. As he goes a bit on the curb. I don't know if it's the optimal way to go on the inside of Pinheirinho, but he looks okay. He didn't unstable his car as he gets near to Joncel. 53.0. I think that's okay. Yep, that looks good. I think Scottish Ninja was about half a second off the top of my head, and well, he's about to cross the line. We'll soon find out. It's 1 minute 9.2. So he's stuck in between Triz and Jackster. What can Avinash do? He's getting
53.1.
Okay, so he's looking at more or less the same time. It's looking like a P5 at the moment.
Yeah. Depending on what his wings are, he may have a bit more straight line speed.
Yeah, that's true. He's definitely flashing.
9.6.
9.6, yeah. So he must have... whoa, it's very close to Jackster. Must have cost him a bit of time towards the end. A bit of ERS management.
Yes.
Right, let's go on board with Wookie. Yep. So, end of the first sector. This corner is called Descida do Lago. So I think it's the going down of the lake, so getting close to one of the lakes. As you go up the hill into Ferradura. That's turn 6. Going into the Laranjinha, and then... whoa, I can't remember the name of this one. But this is Pinheirinho, which means small pine. Then Bico do Pato. I can't remember what Bico means. I can't remember if it's a beak, but Pato is a duck. Into Mergulho. And the corner that I always correct people on, it's Junção. It's not Juncao, Yuncao. It's Junção. And this is, just a straight line. Absolutely flat out, unless you're in a 2024 Brazilian Grand Prix. It's a really good time. This is filthy, right? We game on. That's 4.5 tenths up on Ross. So we've got a big fight on our hands. This is just how's it called? A banker lap. Honestly, with my current pace, I've been okay with that. I've been very happy with that as a banker. So. Wookie looking strong tonight in the Aston Martin.
Honestly, with the pace I've shown today, that would be very good for my fastest lap.
Right, who else is on a lap? We've got Smith. I believe he's starting it. No, he's finished it. So he did. I don't think he managed to improve, but he's on 20% ERS. So that mustn't have been an ideal lap. Or maybe he invalidated towards the end. You do not know.
Scottish is still on a set of mediums, so he's done really well for a 9.7 on a set of mediums.
Yeah. Well, they are 5 laps old now. I don't know what his plan is. Because I tend not to use them in qualifying. I don't know about you, but I just like to... Yeah. I like to keep them fresh for the race, have two mediums ready to go.
Yeah.
Going for 5 laps and qualifying on that set of tyres, it's like I don't have any new sets anymore, so I don't know. That's just preference.
If I do use them, I do an out lap, a warm up lap, a fast lap, and I go back in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
basically,
and keep it a bit short. Get the groove of the track into you, and.
Plus, it's only when I'm feeling really confident around a track that I'm like, I can set a semi-competitive time on mediums, so it's worth getting a banker on them.
It is, yeah. Right, so Harvey Clips, P3 currently, he's 1/10 up in the middle sector, in the first sector, and as we said earlier on, this is where all the technical bit is, all the time. This is where you need the aero. So it's hard to find the right compromise between top speed and grip on this track because of the length of that start-finish straight. You really are rewarded in this final middle sector. If you go for the higher wings. So he's lost a little bit of time there, but very, very close to what he was doing before. As he goes up the hill, can he get enough traction out of Jean Santos?
I found around this track, it's less about grip and it's more about stability.
I've got to agree with you, yeah. Yeah, you've got to stay
If you can
stable
get a
because
stable car, then you're done. Because there's so much off-camber driving around here. Stability is absolutely key.
oh yeah, that penultimate corner, for example, where you're going downhill, you really
Yeah.
need that stability. I'm just watching Quimmer right now. I don't know if he was any quicker. Nah, he's 7/10 off his own fastest time, so he won't
Prix
be
was a 10th
improving.
up in the first sector.
Yep. And that's what I was talking about earlier on, not going onto the curb on the inside of Pinheiro and not putting any of that stability in jeopardy as he comes to the final corner. Okay,
Four and a
that's a
half,
full
10.
Yeah, that's looking very competitive. For the moment, it's looking good for P2.
Yeah.
But let's see. Maybe his ERS management has been better this time round. What can this be for Triz? Is it P2 or P1? It's P2.
P7, very nice.
Yeah, it's just under 4/10 away from Wookie, so Wookie is still untouchable tonight. What about Flaherty?
Yeah, he's shown a lot the second half of this season.
Yeah, he's definitely found the grips with the new game. It's always hard in that first season on the new game. You're trying to find your way through your setups, through your own racing, your racing style.
Yep.
And he was pretty new to the wheel as well.
Wheel not that long ago, so that's a big adjustment.
So Flaherty doesn't. Yeah, he dropped off, and sorry, I didn't realise that he wasn't on a hot lap, but now he's on one. Yes. I'll just check. Nobody else is on a hot lap. No, Triz wasn't. So yeah, Flaherty still is the only one to follow at this time.
Half turns.
Let's go on board with him for a moment here. Goes down to third gear. That's what kind of everybody does in the low speed corners. Don't go below third gear unless you want to be different.
I go
like
to
me.
second tier.
Yeah. I just think that it gives you that extra bit of rotation without putting your stability too much in danger.
I tell you what, he's a full second up.
Yeah, full second up, and there's even more time to find here now. He's still got quite a bit of battery to go. Where can that take him? It's at 8.7, so P2. It's a 100th between him and Triz. Less than
it is getting very tight at the top, unless you're Wookie.
Less than a tenth away for Ross as well, so that fight for P2, as it stands, is looking really good. Quimo has invalidated, so I don't know if he's going to have enough fuel to go around once more. But he might be going back to the pits at the end of this lap. Who else?
Mohamed Mamdo's looking pretty good here. He did a 52.7.
52.7. That's looking good. You're right.
Ooh,
he must have lost a bit of time in the final sector though, because that was looking mighty quick.
That was rapid.
52.7. Yeah. Okay, so P7 for him. I'm looking at two guys here who are completely out of position. It's Jackster and Avinash. Both are in the pits right now. They're waiting for the clock to run down a little bit more, let the track grip up a little bit, as Avinash has left the pits as I speak. Looking to improve. Yep, he has. So maybe he's going for 2 runs. I don't know if... Yeah, he should possibly have the time to do that. Nah, it's going to be tight. No, he's going for the early run, as you say. Who else is out? Quimo. Quimo started his lap, but he's very low on ERS already.
Yeah, I can't see that working out, to be honest.
What? Going out early?
Being so low on ERS. No, being low on ERS so early in the lap.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how he managed that. Got yellow in the middle sector just before the end. That will be Smith slowing down to get himself ready for his hot lap. Yeah, Quimo's kept it nice and clean. He's 3/10 off his own best time, so... No, yeah, it wasn't a hot lap. Sorry, it wasn't a hot lap. I just noticed he
spun out of turn 1 and damaged his front wing.
This is qualifying over for one of our championship contenders, because he'll have to go back to the pits and change his front wing, and he'll have no time to go back out. So someone's improved. Smith, I apologise, I didn't follow him. It's a 1 minute 8.9, just below the 1 minute 9 bar. So we've got five drivers in that bracket at the moment. I expect at least another 2 to go for it. I'm sure Scottish Ninja can do it, and Jaxter's, as I said, he's found some pace recently. He's found some confidence. He's getting ready for it. But Scottish Ninja started his lap, or has he?
He's just finished one. He only improved by about a tenth and a half.
Okay, well, if he has enough fuel, he'll be able to go for another one anyway. But I expect more from him. His qualifying pace is usually pretty good.
Yeah, especially on that mediums lap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there must be plenty more to come from him. As people are trying to find some space to launch their hot laps. Just to get quickly back on those things I was saying about getting yourself ready for a hot lap. We've not seen that recently in F1, where everybody's kind of fighting for track position for qualifying.
No.
It's gone quiet for the last year or so. So I don't know what they've done to sort it out, the minimum times or whatever, but it seems like it's working. Right, Jaxter's a tenth and a half up in the first sector, which is essentially 3 corners. What about Triz? What can he do in the first sector? He's down on his own time. Flaherty's just ahead. So...
Ooh, Jaxter's backed out. I'm not sure he has time to get back round, does he?
I don't think he has, indeed. Oh, mind you, he's letting people by, so he's going to be in the same boat as Avinash, sorry. He's not going to be able to improve. What's going on with my controller? I couldn't go up. So Ross has invalidated. He's out of the running for pole. What can Triz do? Okay. What about Flaherty? Let's see Flaherty first. Okay. Going as close to the edge as he can.
Jaxter crossed the line with 1 second remaining. He is going again.
Yeah, but he doesn't have that much battery. That's going to be a problem for him. He's about 30% down on what he should have. I missed Naked Champ. He's gone P2, so still 2.5 tenths away from Wookie. I mean, that's how good that time from Wookie is. It wasn't
insane.
Was that his banker? I can't remember. That was his banker. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay. We'll expect him to show some good pace in the race then. Keep it clean, indeed. And you should be fine. So Quimo not being able to set a lap. Hive Eclipse went purple in the middle sector, so he's quicker than the guys around him. What can Jaxter do in the middle sector?
7 tenths up.
Right, yeah, that's a proper middle sector, that. Hive Eclipse, where can he go? Oh! We've got an upset here. We've got an upset. Okay.
Wookie went into the pits going, I'm safe. No, you are not, sir. Jaxter's P7.
Yeah, only P7 for him. He'll be a bit disappointed with that, but he's still in contact with the guys in front. He can still keep his race clean and possibly find his way through the field, which is exactly what Avinash needs to do tonight. P11 for him. It will be a bit disappointing. Of course, we've got the reserve drivers at the back of the grid, with Bergen making me proud using the intermediate tyres and qualifying. Honestly, mate, I love that. Thank you very much for the homage. No, that's not. No, that's a French word. I can't remember how you say that in English, but the tribute he paid. That's what I meant. Okay. I think Xavier left the session. Don't know what's going on with that. I'll take you through the grid for once more. It's Hive Eclipse on pole with Wookie and Naked Champ just behind. Flaherty, Triz, BFD Ross, Jaxter, Smith, Quimo, Mohamed Mando, Avinash, Scottish Ninja, Airways Roundy, and then other reserve drivers. Bergen, Arma Red, Laupi, Saviour, and Micromash to round off the grid. It got spicy towards the end without Wookie being able to answer. But okay, what do you reckon for this? Who's kind of caught your attention?
I mean, Hyverclips has had some very, very good races the last 2 weeks. He looked unbelievably good in Brazil. In Mexico, all of the Southern American ones. So, I mean, he could be a very, very good shout for potentially taking a win here.
Yep, that's a good one. I wasn't really expecting that time to come out.
No.
Seeing how quick Wookie was, I thought, okay, if Naked Champ is only 2/10 away, well, who's going to beat that? But Hyverclips got it. He got it on his second attempt, and Wookie's got a challenge on his hands. I didn't see that coming. Okay, Saviour's rejoined. I'm just going to change a few settings on my game. It is this one I want. Okay. Right. Time to find something else about the Brazilian Grand Prix. Quite a few things to say about the Brazilian Grand Prix. Over the years, we've had plenty of moments, historic races. What would be your top 2 races you've had? Well, not in MRC, but I mean real life F1. Which ones have kept it for your attention for the most part?
I mean, in a lot of respects, I'm a very, very late F1 fan.
Right. Okay. How late?
So I've only watched I started getting into it around sort of. And then I started
Hello? We couldn't hear you. Around what year? Hello?
Around 2014 I started getting into it.
Oh, right, okay.
And then I really, really got into it around 2018.
All right, so you missed quite a few then.
In comparison, I'm a very, very late F1 fan, yeah.
Yeah, so you've missed the 2008,
I missed
2012.
all of the great
big ones.
Brazilian Grand Prix, yeah. I'm afraid. So go on, what are your ones?
It's got to be 2008, honestly. Where's Glock?
Oh, yeah.
Where's Glock? Honestly, that's... I can remember, I was a kid at the time, right? Okay, I was 10. I was crying. Yeah. I was crying because I hadn't recovered from Hamilton losing the title in, 2007 to Raikkonen. Yeah. And I was like, for fuck's sake, it's happening again. Excuse me for the language, but I couldn't deal with it, you see. So I was like, no. And it was a very tearful aunt he had when he was 10 years old in the Brazilian Grand Prix.
Well, of course, Massa is contesting his world championship still.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, contest his penalty at Belgium 2008 as well. Hamilton lost the win for nothing, in my opinion. But yeah, it's the same as many of the other decisions. If you look at that, you're opening a big can of worms. So
there's so many other things that could be investigated on the back of that.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. But anyway, there's that race, and then 2012 as well. I think it was 2012. I think it was 2012. Vettel going through the grid after spinning around. And what did he get? Was it P4, P5? I can't remember.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I honestly can't remember the result, but he was out of the race and he got himself back into the title contention, and it was, maybe 3 or 4 points in between him and Alonso, giving us Alonso's famous stare. So, that's another big race, and probably I think there are 2 most iconic Brazilian races. Is that Glock and Senna. Senna driving around with gearbox issues and finally getting his home race win. So plenty of stuff to say about Brazil. A very, very rich motor racing country. I'll just go
and
onto
none
the...
of those hold a candle to the big Saviour Chris battle from a couple of...
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I did say in real life, what's the most iconic race? But honestly, every race mixed up, all races included, that is the most iconic one. A 100% race, MRCX, 11 thousandths of a second.
Absolutely mental.
Yeah. So I'm just having a quick look at the YouTube chat before we get started in the race. Okay, Avinash is jet lagged. Okay, that that could explain a few things, I think. Yeah. Hopefully he'll have recovered from a bit of jet lag during the 80-minute qualifying and a 5-minute power nap before the race, and we can see him fighting for the top positions once more. Span on turn 1 for Roundy. Yeah, as he said. Good luck, guys. Tier 1 pole time, I can't remember. It must have been a 1:7.2 or something from Saviour. Maybe 7. I think it was 7.3. I think we had 3 drivers in the 7.3s. I don't think he's cursed. Sorry, Mark. I don't think Simon's cursed Connor because Connor's not racing. So
I can still do it. You give me time.
It might be a curse for next week.
Preemptive curse.
Yeah. I'll get back to the YouTube comms, but don't forget to leave a like, everybody. I'll get back to it later on. In the meantime, strategy-wise, we've got a big mix of tyre strategies. We've got quite a few on soft tyres, BFD Ross, Smith, and Roundy. On the soft tyres.
Is this a soft tyre kind of track?
I don't think so.
Having not really done any race practice whatsoever in preparation for my Xtreme.
I don't think it is, mate. I'm thinking that the weather might change, as it often does in Brazil.
Interesting, yes.
Otherwise, I can't see why you'd go for the soft tyres. And nobody's gone for the hard tyres either, you see. So that's kind of what's making me think about it. Oh yeah, but Armand doesn't care. He's a higher-tier driver. So.
Yeah, to be fair, Armand literally could not care less. He's like, you all drive off, I'll just go on my merry way.
I've got Xtreme to worry about.
Yeah.
Right, we've got our grid set. I'll go closer to the front to follow what's happening. And we are go. Flatty with a slow start. BFD Ross managing to go to the inside. As there's contact in the midfield. It is
Wookie and Naked Champ.
Yeah. Hive has kept the lead. He's got a little bit of a gap to Wookie as well, so he'll be hoping he can build on this for the rest of the lap, because at the end of this lap we will be getting some DRS. Right, we've got Mohammed Mamda with him. I love that
new rule.
Depends.
It doesn't give people 2 laps to run away and then just be like, okay, I'm comfy now.
Yeah, so it stops people from showing their pace.
Possibly,
that's my issue with it. Yeah, I think it keeps everybody together and does for quite a bit of messy racing, in my opinion. But that's a whole other issue on this game.
Yes.
I think it's probably because of this game. The DRS is very powerful, as Hive sets the fastest lap, being the leader at the end of lap 1. As we said, we've got Mohammed Mamda with 5 places won, Scottish Ninja 4 places up, and Bergen, well, higher to driver, but 6 places gained. And Wookie's gone through. I missed that, but he's already made the move with the DRS on the Redo Poste. On the first attempt. He's actually, I've noticed he's got a Senna helmet.
Well,
of course he has. Yep.
Oh, of course he does.
He's building a bit of a gap here. It's a 6/10 gap.
But he's about to come into another DRS section.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he's given it all, but 8/10 isn't enough to break the DRS at the end of this sector, as the detection point is just about now.
Oh, VSC!
Right. Who do we have at the back? We've got Micromash, who's absolutely fine. Scottish Ninja has got an end plate missing. Who else do we have?
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that is okay.
I think everyone else is fine.
Yeah, I think so. So we should be getting back to green flag conditions pretty soon. I don't know what has happened at the front, but there's a big gap between Hive Eclipse and Wookiee. Of course, this will help Wookiee as well, because Hive Eclipse didn't get the opportunity to use the DRS at the end of the previous lap. So if it goes green in the next 10 seconds, he'll have the whole second sector to try and build that gap further, and it has gone green. So the gap is 6/10 as it stands. Yeah, not ideal for him, because he was kind of in a flat out section.
Mid corner, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or a bit of a moment there for both Wookiee and Hive Eclipse. Well, Hive Eclipse is hunting Wookiee down, but he's also in the visor of Naked Champ, who isn't any slouch whatsoever. But there is a bit of a gap to behind Mando. We've got the top four staying together. We've got Rowdy as well going off track in the final sector.
Oh, we've got two in the pits.
Yeah, but the higher tier drivers making their mandatory stops. Yep. And the Hive is going for the move as well, so it's not taking him long at all to go and get his due back. Stays on track. Very good move.
Very nice move.
Yeah, so as we can see on the helicopter view, clearly we've got the top four all together and very much isolated from the rest of the field. Mohammed Mando leads the next group of cars. He's just about 2 seconds away from Triz, so if he wants to be able to defend from the guys behind him, he's got to catch up to the guys in front, but they are led by two very quick drivers, so it's not an easy task.
That soft tyres aren't going to work might be proving true.
That's a very good point. I forgot about the soft tyres. He got an amazing start through these tyres, but we will soon be seeing that gap extend even more. Smith is next to him, and Jaxter's just behind. He's going for the move on the inside. Very good move there by Jaxter, going into the inside on the center S. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for a move on Mohammed Mando. Let's go on board with him. Mohammed Mando is flashing, and it's a very easy double move for Jaxter. As Bergen goes through the insiders, makes a double. Oh no, it's not. It's Smith.
It's
wow.
Smith.
What a
very nice move by Smith.
It's very close again behind. They're going side by side. Two drivers kind of go off track in different respects. Avinash goes up a few positions again. P8 for him. He'll be happy because he's 2 positions ahead of Flaherty. Flaherty's had a bit of a tough start to the race. How many positions has he lost? Flaherty's lost 6. Started P4 and he's down in P10. It's definitely not going to plan for him. He was planning on staying with the guys ahead. Make sure he outscores Avinash, but Avinash is back, and despite the jet lag, he's up for it. Going for a move on Mohammed Mando.
Avinash is a wonderfully patient racer. He just waits for his opportunity and takes it.
He does, yeah. He knows he's quicker, and he knows he's going to be much quicker now with the tyre difference between the two drivers. 2 laps ago, Mohammed Mando was P5. He's about to go down to P8 now, illustrating what Simon was saying about the soft tyres dropping off. He's down to P9 again.
Blackety's going to want to get that move done as soon as possible to not lose too much time to Avinash.
Smith with a bit of a moment there into the right-hander. Locked his rear tyres through braking, and cost him a bit of time, but he's still staying in contact with Jaxter. He's just got outside of the DRS range, and with these used worn soft tyres, he will find it really hard to get closer to him. But he's just underneath 1 second. Nah, he's lost the DRS. Oh no, he's back in it. How do you get that? Okay, he should be getting it, but can he put any pressure on Jackson? No, he doesn't have it. It's Avinash who's being helped by the defence. Bergen is going around the outside, but elects not to go for the move. Will there be team orders here? Both South Africans in the Ferrari. No, Bergen goes for it. He's chosen his moment. He's gone for P7 right now. Staying on the inside and going for Smith as well. Wow. Okay.
Oh, Avinash is pulled alongside as well. Smith lets him through. Very good team orders.
Yep. Avinash clearly the quicker driver of the two, and on the nicer tyres as well, as there's a move. Whoa, it's very close in between both of them. Oh! That was a very strong defence from Wookie.
Yes.
They're all still within the 1 second, so the train hasn't been broken. Harvey Clips is doing really well here to stay out in front. Nobody's got penalties yet either, so it's all up for grabs here in the top four. And also Jackster's less than 2 seconds away, so that fighting that's been happening up front is helping him as well.
Avinash gets back past Bergen, but probably not for very long with another DRS straight here.
Yeah. Avinash has got to be smart about this because he's not really fighting Bergen.
No.
He's not really fighting him, so he can just stay behind Bergen, try and use his pace, and whenever those tyres really do go off for Bergen, okay, go for the move and try and pull away from him.
Oh, Ross is out. Safety car.
And I'm unable to see what happened to that car because, no car.
I think it was the Senna S's that caught him out.
Yeah, it was the first corner, but was he on track or was it in the pits?
I think he was on track.
Right, so this is the opportunity for Scotch Ninja to get his front wing repaired. And I think everybody will be pitting right now.
I think
you can take the hards till the end. It doesn't look like it's getting rainy, so I'm not quite sure why the Tier 3 drivers went for those soft tyres.
No, it's an odd call.
Yeah.
Avinash stays out.
To be fair to him, it's worth trying because where was he? He was in P7, I think? P8?
Yeah, I think so.
He's got a driver ahead of him who will not be able to defend because of his very worn tyres. He's got Quino behind him. He can be a bit of a buffer to the guys behind him. Why not? It gives him track position as well. If there's a later safety car, he can go for fresh hards. I think it can work out for him.
But most of the grid is now on their hard tyres, so it's gonna be tricky.
Yeah. Right, chat. It's time for me to give you a bit of the attention that you all deserve. Because I've not been giving it at all, I'm sorry. Fighting on track, holding each other up in the pits. Oh, that's probably what I was saying about people not fighting over track position. I think you're completely right about that, Avinash. Tunnel in Abu Dhabi was a traffic jam. Hamilton from the back at the sprint. Oh, yes. Hey, I forgot about that. I mean, I didn't forget about that one, but it didn't come to my mind. You're talking about Brazil 2021, I believe, Mark. That was, that was a memorable one. Sprint and race.
Drive, yeah.
Yeah, and the fighting that was going on in between both drivers as well, pushing the other more off track than the other was, especially at turn 4. And still, Hamilton managing to get past. I mean, that Mercedes was a rocket ship. It was something else with that fresh engine. Back at the sprint weekend. Third choice is 2008. Hello Mika, j'espère que tu vas bien. Third choice. He was sixth, so that must have been Vettel. He's talking about being sixth. All right. So, chat. Don't hesitate to get involved and tell us who you think is going to be able to fight their way to the front. As it stands, Avinash isn't in a great position, but he's gambling on a second safety car to save him. But yeah, who do you think is in the best position here? Is it Hive Eclipse, Naked Champ, Wookie? Let us know in the chat. And don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Right, we should be getting back to the action at the end of this lap. Everybody's caught up to the safety car. Whoa, a bit of a lock up for Smith in the middle sector. Bergen leading, as we said, he's a higher tier driver, and on very worn tyres, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him pit when the safety car goes in, although that could spark a bit of trouble behind. Safety car in this lap, as Simon has said, and Avinash will be looking to get the move done relatively quickly. Pull away from Quimo and Hive Eclipse behind him. Arma Red, another higher tier driver. Not quite sure how he's going to manage the restart. Let's go on board with Avinash.
And now he's gone.
Yeah, he has indeed. Looks like Avinash is going to the move already.
He's had a great restart.
Oh, Bergen defends it really well. He brakes really late. And he gets a good exit as well. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, that
well
was
done
really
by him. Who is going for moves behind? We've got Hive Eclipse going for a move on the outside of Arma Red. Arma won't fight that too hard, I think.
Bit of contact.
Okay. So Hive Eclipse into P4 with everybody else also being promoted by one position. Wookie just behind as well. He's going to be waiting, biding his time. Go up the field with the guys ahead of him and try and get a move on further down in the race, I think.
Yeah, it's all kind of just status quo at the moment.
It is, yeah. So yeah, I'm right at the bottom of the field right now. Fortunate for him. I think he tried to leave as much space as possible. The angle was terrible to figure out what was going on there, but DRS has been enabled for this lap, so Avinash will be getting that help.
Round.
Oh! He has. In the Colapinto spot.
Yes.
Right, Avinash still 7/10 away from Bergen. So the DRS not helping him as much as he would have hoped. Quimbo's holding on though. He's holding on really well.
He's just about in the DRS.
Yeah, I mean, he's not come under too much pressure from Hive Eclipse and Naked Champ just yet. So, yeah, if you can keep this going and get a safety car maybe in the next 5 or 6 laps, he's looking like he's in a good position as well. It's Avinash.
Is Avinash going to hold on to the DRS?
Yeah. I think he's dropped out now. He has.
Oh, yeah, he just has as well.
So, yep, this could spark a few issues for him defensively. He still will be getting a bit of a tow from Bergen, but nowhere near as powerful if you were below a second away from him. He's losing out big time, and Quimo, he's looking very quick on this straight line speed, straight line, but he doesn't have much battery left. So he's going to have to recharge a little bit.
Is key around here.
Yeah. You can use it so quickly on this track. It's madness.
Yeah.
Even in the first sector, you can go down to 30% with no problem at all. Smith has got,
and it doesn't recharge that quickly either.
You can charge quite a bit in the middle sector, but that will cost you so much time. the reaccelerations, and yeah, just maintaining your speed through the high-speed corners like this one. You don't want to be in none. But Quimo is still staying in contact with Avinash. Avinash has dropped about half a second to Bergen on this lap. Bergen is keeping those soft tyres going for now. He mustn't forget that he has to pit a few times during this race, though. What can Quimo do? He's staying very close, 3/10 away, nearly 2/10 away from Avinash. He might be going for a move at the end of this second DRS zone. Let's go on board again and see how he does. 4/10 away.
Got a pretty good exit there, actually.
Yeah, and I think he's got good straight line speed as well. Good exit, and yeah, overall a good first sector for him.
Ultimately, this is hurting Hive Eclipse. You can see he's quicker. He goes for a move that he really shouldn't do because he's just getting impatient.
Yeah, I can understand him. He knows that these moves have to be made right now.
Yeah.
And if he manages to get those moves done, he can create a gap to Naked Champ as well. So, as you say,
exactly.
Getting impatient because of the potential gain he can get out of making these moves early on. But now Quimo is looking a bit more vulnerable with the guys behind him.
Here comes Naked Champ. Not quite close enough.
Hive Eclipse closes the door, defends very well. Naked Champ is still looking very good. Let's go on board with him. Are we going to go 3 wide here?
Hive Eclipse gets a very good exit.
Oh, Quimo doesn't manage to take that corner as well as he could, or as he would have wanted to, and has lost position to Naked Champ. But whoa, they're fighting again. Yeah, Quimo's lost out now, but whoa. Okay, a very late move there from Micromash. That was very optimistic on Quimo. What about Wookie? It looks like he's seeing an opportunity there. Wookie was going offline, trying to find a different angle, trying to attack Naked Champ differently, but he's dropped back a little bit now. He's over 4/10 away from Naked Champ, which is a healthy gap, I would say.
Yeah.
You're getting a very good tow. You stay close to the car ahead of you, and you can potentially move away from the guy behind. As Avinash, this time around, 1.5 seconds away from Bergen. I think he's finally getting the tyre advantage over Bergen.
Yes.
I wasn't expecting it to be that late in the race, but sure.
But Hive Eclipse is about to make a move. Safety car!
So this is the saving grace that Avinash has been waiting for. Same goes for Quimo. As he will be able to pit this lap. Okay, granted, he will be falling down the order. But with pretty fresh tyres, so he'll have a 7-lap advantage over everybody else.
Yeah.
Or just about. Probably 5 laps. Maybe 6 laps at a push. And at the end, that might be a 2/10, 3/10 advantage per lap.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
you take it. And that kind of tyre difference, that can help you make moves pretty easily around this track. If you can brake like, I don't know, 5 or 10 meters later, you've got a big advantage going into that Senna S in the first sector, and as well at the end of the first sector as well, going into turn 4. So Avinash going into the pits this lap. Hive Eclipse staying out as expected. Same goes for Naked Champ and Wookie. Who else is staying out? We've got Chester. Oh, okay.
I'll just chuck him a fresh one.
Thank you. So Quimo in the pits as well with Avinash. So they are the only ones to pit this time round. I wouldn't have been surprised to see other tier drivers pit for fresh tyres. Not too much to lose from their perspective. I mean, I would have expected, for example, Mohamed Mamdo or Flatty to pit again. Mind you, no, I think Mohamed Mamdo started on... No, he started on softs. Yeah, he could have gone for hards right here. being lower down the order, he wouldn't have had too much to lose from it. What do you think of the strategies that have come out this time around?
Most of it makes sense. I mean, Mohammed, like you say, I would have just gotten myself onto a set of hards and just gone to the end of the race. Mohammed's only saving grace at this point is that there's a safety car around lap 26, 27, 28, and he goes for a set of softs again.
I would probably go for mediums again, to be honest, because he's got another set of mediums left. I'm really not a fan of soft tyres on this game, so unless it's a 3-lap shootout, I won't be using soft tyres.
I was going to say, we don't see the normal and going for the soft tyres when everyone else goes medium on this game.
Yeah, true. At the start of races, I usually went for soft tyres because I can make them work, but I just think it's pretty pointless in this game. Hence why I've been qualifying a bit more. It always amazed
me that you'd start on softs and we'd be like, it's all right, he's going to box early, it'll be fine. Lap 15. How is Ant still going?
Yeah, that was pretty much it. That was the strategy. Yeah, trying to make those tyres work out and get a bit of a better second stint, and see what I can do from there on. But unfortunately, we don't see that much on this game because everybody goes for that medium hard strategy or hard medium. But yeah, usually it's the medium hard.
Also, the softs are terrible on this game.
Also.
They're good for about 6 laps, and then you're fighting them the whole way.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Or if you're Bergen.
Or if you're Bergen, yeah. He made those softs last really well, to be fair to him.
So, everybody's caught up to the safety car this lap. We will be getting a restart at the end of lap 18, which will be the halfway point of this race. Quite a bit happened. 2 safety cars, 1 virtual safety car, I think, as well. Or 2, I can't remember. Hopefully we won't be getting anywhere near close to the quota we have with safety cars. Let's go on board with... Who should we go on board with? Wookie or Naked Champ?
I'm going to go Wookie.
Okay, so I'll go Naked Champ. But Naked Champ is so far away! What?
He's fallen asleep!
It's not even falling asleep. He put himself asleep there. He was so far away, even before the restart. He's 1.4 behind now. He's under pressure from Wookie.
He's really hurt himself there.
Hive Eclipse is loving life right now.
Yeah, he's just gone.
He doesn't have to worry about DRS as it stands.
Yeah.
He can build that gap in the middle sector and let Wookie do the work for him. Wookie will be putting Naked Champ under pressure, as he's got a 3-second penalty,
for Wookie, though. That could really, really hurt him at the end of the race if no one else gets penalties. Oh, Naked Champ!
Avinash
nearly went for a spin there.
Avinash is struggling right now to get those tyres up to temperature, up to speed. He's 1.8 seconds away from Flaherty, his main championship rival this season. So yeah, he'll be waiting for another maybe 2 laps to get those tyres up in the working range, as Naked Champ has closed the gap down to 0.9 of a second. So no DRS just yet, but he will be getting a more than welcome tow, I believe, on this straight, and DRS will be active on the next straight. So 2/10 away from the gap, he should be getting it. Yeah, he does. 0.8 of a second. He will be opening his rear wing, try and get an extra 10, 15 kilometers per hour on this first straight. He closes the gap down so quickly. See, that is my issue with it. You can close a 4/10 gap in a single straight, and it nullifies a lot of a driver's ability to pull away. I've been in that position with Ugoni a few times this season. I've been behind him, and with no real effort whatsoever, I can just stay behind him and follow him.
Yeah.
That's
you've only got to last as long as the gaps between DRS straights.
exactly. That's how effective the DRS is for to be able to stay with such a good driver. That's how effective it is on this game. But yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully they'll improve that a little bit. And Hyverclip's going for that move into turn 1. Wookie will be following right behind.
Contact!
Wookie's under pressure now from Micromash. Naked Champ went for the inside line, and he's still sticking to that inside line. He's made the move on Hyverclips again.
That was a very good move from Naked Champ.
Yeah. Kept it clean. That's what we want to see. But Wookie, yeah, he's going to be suffering from this 3-second penalty now. Especially if there's a late safety car. Jackster is a few places behind. He's within that 3-second window for now. But his aim right now will be to close that gap down to Micromash, get the DRS, and get himself into that train before it's too late.
Exactly. Before Micromash pits again, and then he's in a bit of a situation.
Exactly. He's got Flaherty behind him as well, 3.5 seconds away. So if he gets a penalty, he's still virtually safe from it. But Flaherty's quick, and he's under pressure from Quimo right now. Quimo going around the outside on the straight with the help of DRS, and someone's pit. It's Micromash, as you said.
Yeah.
He's now going to have to close that gap with his own pace, but Hyverclips is going for the move on the inside. Goes for it very cleanly. And Naked Champ tried to cut back, but yeah, doesn't quite have the pace to surprise Hyverclips this time round. Wookie is going around the inside as well. He's the same as earlier on. He's trying to find different lines, try and keep Naked Champ looking behind him as well. Whoa, that's really good.
As he sees an opportunity.
He played with the track limits to perfection there and managed to open the gap up. But yeah, didn't work out this time round, but expect him to carry on trying these things. Yeah.
I tell you what, Quimo is absolutely flying on those fresh hards. Look how he's brought that gap down.
He's brought it down, and he's created a gap on Flaherty as well. That's how good the fresh hard tyres are on this game. Avinash is still struggling a little bit, but he should be getting a move done very soon on Mohamed Mamdo, the South African against the North African. But Airways has gone for the move on the inside as well. I didn't see that coming. So Avinash down to P9 as it stands, and he's in a bit of a DRS train with Flaherty, Airways, and Mohamed Mamdo.
Yeah, that's kind of the issue here, is he really needs to get past Flaherty.
Yep, as you said, Quimo's flying right now, so I don't know if he's aware of it, but Avinash could probably see how good he could be. If Quimo's doing that well, logically speaking, he should be doing even better, being the championship leader. So he will be testing his patience right now, trying to get the move very early, as we've got a yellow flag in the first sector, in the middle sector, excuse me. Smith indeed going around for a bit. What's going up out in front now? Hyverclips, P2, getting DRS. Excuse me. Closing the gap.
Here goes Avinash on Mohamed Mamdo.
Yeah, manages to position himself nicely.
Zone.
A bit of contact, and I've just noticed Mohamed has got a bit of damage on the front wing. I think he's got an end plate missing. Yeah, end plate missing. So with 15-lap-old medium tyres, it's not going to feel very nice. So he definitely needs a safety car to put him back into contention for this race.
Avinash is where he needs to be now.
He is, yeah. Just behind Flaherty, he'll be able to get the move done pretty easily. Or should get it done easily. And yeah, trying to claw his way back into this title fight. The guys in front
every point counts at this point.
Yep. Yeah, 4 races left. 15 points is, I wouldn't say nothing, but it's 3.5 points a race.
Yeah.
Well, 4 if you want to be sure, but it's very close. Any race won, that's a 7-point gap. So everything can change very quickly. As yet, Hyperclips it seems like he's decided to just stay behind Naked Champ, stop fighting. Quimo is 3.2 away from Wookie.
I think past Jackster.
Yeah. So Jackster will be using him as well. He doesn't need to get past Quimo. He's got a 3-second penalty. But he can use his pace to go and fetch Wookie.
Avinash is actually really struggling to get anything done against Flaherty.
I'm wondering if there's any damage that isn't visible, like if it's floor damage, side pod, or an invisible front wing damage we sometimes get in this game.
He does seem a little bit understeery at times.
Yeah. There might have been contact in the first corner at the restart, because he was kind of slow at the restart. There was a big gap ahead of him. I wouldn't be surprised if it were the case. Trying to go around the outside of Flaherty, but it just isn't enough at this stage. And again, he's 3/10 away, 2/10 away now. So okay, he's closing that gap now. Let's go on board with him. He goes to the inside and gets the move done pretty easily. And now he's got to get that pace together because he's 2.6 behind Airways. Okay, so Airways is a higher tier driver. He will be going down the order in the next few laps when he pits again. But then it's all higher tier drivers ahead of him. So right now it's P6 and Jackster's P5. So even Jackster will be taking a few points out of him. I think he said the gap is like 35 points or something, or 34. Yeah. So it's only 2 points, but Jackster will be putting himself that little bit more into the championship talk.
Yeah.
What's happening at the front? We've got Hive Eclipse again with not opening the DRS. Interestingly,
he's pulling a Ugoni here. I'm gonna sit and wait and take you at the last possible minute, or maybe not.
So he opens the DRS this time round. Goes on the outside.
I think he saw Wookie there and went, I can't play DRS games.
Yeah, it could be. Could be right there. The pressure Wookie's putting him under, but yeah, Wookie is going to struggle. He's got his 3-second penalty, and Quimo's closing that gap to him. Jackster will be getting in that 3-second window. Jackster's a bit... No, Jackster. Wookie's a bit... how's it called? Trapped here. In a train, which is quick, but not quick enough to offset the Quimo pace right now. Avinash still P7. He's not managed to create a gap on Flaherty. So Flaherty doing really well, considering he's on those more worn tyres. Staying in the DRS, Avinash 1.5 away from Airways. Hive Eclipse losing the lead to Naked Champ at the first attempt. I think there was slight contact with Wookie as well that can be expected in this very close first corner.
Yeah.
And Hive Eclipse switching around again. It is an interesting one, this DRS fight, because there's a lot of strategy going on, a lot of management. Whoa! Naked Champ had a lot of pace there to go for a move, elected not to.
A little bit of bump drafting.
You know what? I never understood that. I've never actually watched it, so I don't understand the idea behind bump drafting. But
no, I don't really understand it either.
Was that the idea of it? I don't know, but
good question.
I'm surprised there's no damage there. I'm very surprised. And Wookie's gone off track. That was weird. Look who's catching up. It's Quimo. Quimo's right behind Hive Eclipse now. He's 1.6 behind. Hyperclip's going towards the inside, not going for the move on Wookie, but he can get Naked Champ. So that's P2 for him right now. Virtually P1 with Wookie's penalty.
Probably P1 by the end of this straight.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he's keen at this stage of the race now to be in front in the middle sector. He's not gone for it this time, but there's a bit of a shift in the strategies right now. Hyperclips was pretty confident for a few laps to stay behind, and Naked Champ is trying to go for it again, doesn't actually go for it. It's me not reading things correctly again. But yeah, Quimo's caught up. That gap was 3
because of all
seconds.
of those issues we're having, Jackster's now 2.2 behind the leader.
Exactly. So he's not just he's not just within Quimo's 3 seconds, he's within Wookie's pretty comfortably as well, 2.2.
Suddenly this is a podium for Mr. Jackster.
It is indeed. Airways being a higher tier driver, he will be pitting relatively soon, promoting most tier 3 drivers behind him up a position. Yeah, so we were talking about it earlier on. He's been getting podiums pretty consistently. So it definitely brings him back into the fight. As it stands, it would be 3 points over Flaherty. So again, a few more than earlier on. It was just 2, now 3. Hyperclips goes for that move for the lead. Slight contact between the two leaders. And, whoa, Naked Champ is going for it on the outside. What a move.
He's got some excellent traction out of there.
Yeah, exactly. He's shown it quite a few times on this race. Exit of turn 4, he manages to get to the inside and get really good traction. It's looking good for him at that point. And Wookie, well, he's been showing it all race long. He's been trying to get different kind of moves on Naked Champ especially, and Naked Champ really putting the pressure on Hyperclips right now. 6 laps left at the end of this one. It's going to be a very close call, I think, and a very tactical one as well.
Any one of these top 3 can take the line at this point.
Yeah, and because any one of those top 3 can, it's whoa! What a switchback there from Hyperclips.
Giving Wookie a little bit of breathing space.
Exactly, yeah, he does. Yeah, Naked Champ has gone to the inside, but didn't manage to get close enough to get the move done. So what I was saying is, this racing is so close between the top 3, it can go wrong as well. And guess who is there to pick up the pieces? It's Jackster.
Yeah, hello, me. I'd like to win.
As it stands, it's still staying clean enough, I would say. Between the top 3, Wookie still the only one of the top 3 with a 3-second penalty. So he's going to need to create a gap. He's nearly got there. He's got there right now as it stands, but the gap has gone right down again. So Hyperclips will be getting DRS, being able to defend from Naked Champ. But if they fight in that first corner, they could both lose time as there's slight contact again between the both of them. So there's no fighting in the first corner. Naked Champ should be able to close the gap to Wookie for the first corner, as Airways has a bit of a moment. Naked Champ doesn't have DRS, so this is probably the only opportunity that Wookie's going to have all race long to create that gap as it goes down to 0.8 of a second again. So he's trapped again, Wookie. He's going to have to find a solution to pull away from these guys.
3 seconds for Quimo.
Yeah, that will be the end of his fight for the top 4. Even if he manages to pull a gap on Jackster, Avinash, it's 6 seconds. Hyperclips has dropped back a bit as well. He's 1.1 seconds away from Naked Champ.
I think his tyres might be falling off a little bit of a cliff here. 23-lap old hards. They're going to start feeling a little slidey. Yeah. Most definitely, and it's looking good for Naked Champ right now. He's got a gap to Hyperclips. He can just play with Wookie as it stands. Trade DRS with him. Pull a gap on the guys behind, and they're fighting. Quimo's gone for that move on Hyperclips. Oh,
Wookie's got
another 3
another 3
seconds for
seconds.
Wookie.
It's turning into a nightmare for the Aston Martins. Oh, I don't know if there's any damage there, but there was a bit of contact between the Haas and Aston Martin. Jax is still looking good here.
Yeah, he is. Avinash. As I say Avinash, I was saying he's sticking right on the back, and he was really sticking on the back there.
He was. Couldn't get any closer than that. Smith gets another 3 seconds.
No, Avinash!
Airways did well to stay out of trouble. However, Clips has managed to get back into that train at the front. Well done to him. That was not an easy thing to do. But now he's got 3 laps to try and find a way of both getting Wookie and Naked Champ.
Yeah.
Because he will get Wookie, but to get Naked Champ, he needs to get Wookie as well. So
yes, exactly.
It still is a two overtake job for him.
Well, he needs Wookie to get past Naked Champ, so he can.
What happened to Quimo there? He went offline. He went well into the inside of the Senna S. Went onto the grass, lost traction.
Oh no!
That's a very unusual one.
3 seconds for Hyperclips.
Oh!
Suddenly, Jaxter's looking at a P2 finish.
Exactly, yeah.
If Naked Champ accidentally gets 3 seconds now, Jaxter is a very happy man.
He would be indeed. Right, yeah. That cools things down a lot for the final 2.5 laps we're going to get. Because, yeah, as things stand, before any stewarding happens, Naked Champ is looking at a very easy win here, even if he lets the 2 cars behind pass. I mean, he can afford it. He can afford it.
Doesn't need to fight too hard at this point, really.
Exactly. But Wookie is back in a fight now with Hyperclips. He knows that, okay, this is the position now. And he's going to try and... Also, he's going to try and get Naked Champ. He's going to try and get Naked Champ. That would be 1 car between him and Hyperclips. Goes to the inside. Keeps it clean. And, yeah, you don't expect Naked Champ to fight that one hard. He knows that he doesn't have a penalty and that he's looking good for the win. As they are getting to a lapped car in the Haas. 1.5 laps left here around this pretty awesome track. Are there any other fights at the back? We've been so focused on this fight at the front because so many position changes have been happening, but I don't think there's much at the back.
In the back, really.
Yeah. So, yeah, for one last time, we're going to go around Interlagos. Hyperclips is 8/10 away from Wookie. He's going to find it very hard to get the move done at the end of this lap. He needs to get both Naked Champ and Wookie to have any hope of being on the podium, but the guards behind are very, very close as well. Flaherty has just overtaken Jaxter for P2. Expect Jaxter to fight back because there's a bit of a gap between Flaherty and Hyperclips. And maybe that's a bit of tactical as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that's a bit of tactical Jaxter. Wanting to have the stronger toe for the end of the race. I'm not sure it's the best way.
But... with Hyperclips and with Naked Champ, it's getting desperate at the front. Oh, Flaherty has half a look.
Flaherty's looking really good here. He's going to be extending his...
He's looking very good.
His championship advantage. He's got enough... Whoa!
Oh, his eye nearly loses it.
Oh!
Puts Jaxter back on a podium.
So Wookie will be the first car across the line.
Oh, he's coming!
Oh, this is close.
Through goes Jaxter!
Jaxter's done it!
What a move by Jaxter at the last second.
It's not 11 thousandths, it's 11 hundredths. But, and Wookie has got an 11 hundredth gap as well.
Oh, that's gutting.
Yeah, very close finish for Flaherty, but he'll be pretty happy with that as well. He's got... that will be 15 points.
Yeah.
Against Avinash's, 10? Yeah, 10. So,
yeah.
a 15-point gap at the top of the championship will become 20 at the end of this one. Jackster closing that gap a little bit, but only by 3 points. So, overall, pretty good evening here for Flaherty.
Yeah.
Increasing the gap on his main championship rival. Naked Champ getting the win. And who do we have at the end? It's Armagh getting close to the end of the lap. A lot has been happening in this race, and I'm sorry guys if I missed plenty of moves. I didn't quite know which ones to follow. Thankfully enough, Simon managed to find a few moves that I was missing, so we've not missed that many, I'm hoping. I'll give you a moment to think about your driver of the day. I think there are a few possibilities here. But first, I will be taking you through the grid. So we've got Naked Champ winning from third position on the grid ahead of Jackster and Flaherty to complete the podium. Then we've got Hive Eclipse, Avinash, Wookie, Quimo, both Aston Martins getting 6-second penalties. Very, very expensive penalties for these guys because it could have been podiums and a race win. Micromash P8, Mohamed Mando 9, Lau P, Airways, Saviour, Smith, Armagh, Bergen, Triz, Roundy, and BFD Ross, but also Scottish Ninja. I apologise. And Micromash with the fastest lap. Okay. What would you reckon then? Who is deserving of a fastest lap shout out?
Honestly, my driver of the day is Jackster.
Yeah?
It was a really solid race from him. He just kept it clean. He did all the right things. He didn't push too hard. I just think he had a really, really fast.
It was that way. He usually sometimes gets the penalties and suffers from what Wookie and Quimo suffered from, but kept it clean today, as you say. Started P7 as well, so good fight back from him. I would like to mention as well Avinash, starting P11.
Yeah.
He struggled a lot during the race, but managed to, I would say, limit the damage considering the lack of pace he had. So he didn't give up. He did his best, but I would give it to Jackster as well. Very good race from him. P2, keeping himself in contention for this title. Okay, so that was Tier 3, everybody, the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. So thank you very much, Simon, for being with me. It was a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure. It's been nice to not be lead comms for once.
Yeah, having a bit of a rest.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tier 3 next week. We will be in Las Vegas. And
yes, Las Vegas, Brazil.
What?
Chris on the practice check-in today.
Oh, yes.
Las Vegas, Brazil.
Okay.
So that was new on all of us.
Okay. We'll be correcting that then. But yeah, one more race in Sao Paulo tonight. It will be the Xtreme Boys. You'll be racing that, right, Simon?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So a few of us will be racing it, and on Friday, if everything goes to plan, we will be getting our first race in Las Vegas, Brazil. Until then, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to tune in less than half an hour. See you.
Bye.